Hi there, welcome to Nonsense Whisky. My name's VinPF, and on this episode we're going to be checking out year 2 of the Lakes Distillery Founders Club Spirit. Now if you remember back to around about this time last year, I covered the 1 year Spirit, kindly donated to me by the gentleman Grimm. Check out his blog, there'll be a link in the description below. This year he's again given me the sample of the 2 year, but also the first year to compare to the 2. Last year I said that the year 1 was kind of indicative of a good whiskey to come, showed great promise, was very malty, like a kind of new make spirit is, but you know, has been aged for a year. It smells a little bit like, if you go to a distillery, you can get that kind of malty smell is in the air. It's quite pleasant, to be fair. So let's see how that compares to another year of maturation and see if things have changed a little. First of all, let's have a look at the colour. Now, hopefully you can see that. I can see it quite well, obviously, but it hasn't really changed in colour much. So it's very, very clear. Just a tinge of yellow in it. And that's year 1, this is year 2. So it doesn't seem to have changed colour much. Not sure what that means, but let's go in for a nose and see what the differences are. Now, as I said, lots of malt from kind of new makey kind of spirit smell, but there are some kind of appley flavours in there as well. For the year 2, for my money, that kind of malty new make spirit flavour smell has kind of taken the back foot a little bit, which is fine. That's part and parcel of it. That's just going to disappear as it goes on. It's got a little sweeter, I think, as well. So you're getting that apple flavours that I mentioned on this one, but it's becoming more red apples. For me, it smells quite a lot like the kind of typical Speyside when you get the appley flavours together. For the young malts, young whiskey spirit. Let's try a taste and see if there's any differences there. So again, on the year 1, lots more of that malty flavours coming through from the nose that we previously smelt. Touch of sweetness, but for my palate, the finish is very short and kind of ends on a slightly sour note, which is by no means a negative, it just is what it is. I've had plenty of whiskies that have been great and ended up in a kind of slightly sour note. If you like the sour notes, it's great. In comparison to the 2 year, the malt kind of comes back a little bit more. The 1 year was a little bit more spicier, kind of a bit more peppery flavours that the 2 year doesn't seem to have anymore. But it is overall sweeter and more rounded, I would say. For me, I think that it's showing maturation as it's going along. It's starting to round off the rough edges of the first one, taking away some of the initial new make flavours and kind of eventually getting the barrel into there. It's going to take a little while. I think these are they're all ex-bourbon barrels, which are exclusive to, at the moment, to the Founders Club, of which Gentleman Grimm is one of those members. There's like 2,700 and something members of that club. And every year they're going to be releasing bottles from the first barrels that they filled, exclusive to those people. These barrels are not going to be used in their first proper release of whiskey. So it's a bit of a strange one to get this, because it's great for tasting their actual spirit, because I've covered the 1 blended, which isn't their spirit. It's from around the British Isles. So it's great to taste what they're doing, but this isn't going to be what their whiskey is going to be. I think they'll probably mix that with some maybe sherry cask, maybe something else, I don't know yet. We haven't heard their plans. Looking forward to hearing their plans. But thank you again to Gentleman Grimm for sending me not only the year 1 last year, but the year 1 again this year and the year 2 this year. Hopefully he'll carry on to doing that in the future, and I'll be able to go back through these and we'll see how they're getting on with it. But yeah, that's a quick overview of the Lakes 2 year single malt not whiskey yet. Next year it'll be whiskey. But if you're interested to find out more about the Lakes Distillery, I'll be covering them as much as they release stuff. Do subscribe to the channel so you can get all that information as soon as it comes out. And don't forget to check out 2 other videos up here. These will be something that YouTube thinks you should do, and my most recent video. And of course, don't forget to check out the Gentleman Grimm, his blog. I'll put a link in the description below. Thanks again for watching.